proper introduction, because you don't pop out a lot, but y'all see the work every goddamn where on your feed. Whether you on Facebook, Instagram, you seen the logo, or if you haven't seen the logo or paid attention to the logo, you done seen the artist that this man done plenty of work for over the years. I remember the first time I had him on the pod, I asked him about four squares and grids. Man laughed at me, said, "Ha! I don't use that shit. Freehand player." I asked him about gimbals. Laughed in my face again. Ha! Proceeded to tell a story about how he almost fucked up a wedding. He said, "I would never use a gimbal ever again." Y'all should go back and check out that story. He almost fucked it up, but he pulled it through. He's no longer using gimbals, all freehand, no grids. You done seen the work that he's produced visually for the likes of Kaz Oliver, the likes of Coast City, the likes of Wallaby, the likes of PA Flex, the likes of Loot. The list goes on and on and on. The man shoots some of the dopest models in this city. It is none other than photographer extraordinaire, videographer extraordinaire. The man is ill with it. It is none other than Dame Lee. Art.Life.Six, y'all may know, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Oh, boy. Scoot over a little bit so I can get you clear of that mic there, Dave. Yeah, I want to make sure the people hear you nice and clear, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, man. So much to talk about, man. Like I was saying in the intro, like I thought that one and done pod that we did the first time was going to be it. That's glad we was going to hear from you, because you was like, yo, I don't do this a lot. I don't, like I just let the work speak for itself.
Yeah.
I'll see what it is and let it live in the universe, and I'll just keep creating. So let me ask you this right before we get into a lot of things that we're going to discuss and break down. But do you think, because I was thinking about this, do you think now that you're becoming more visible and stepping out behind the name of Art.Life.Six, what people know you for? Because people think that's a company, but it's like
I mean, that's kind of good.
Right.
Hey, it is a company.
Yeah, right. It is a company.
It's a one-man company.
Yeah, but people don't realize that it's just one man behind it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, like you're deciding to, and we're going to get into it, to, let me step out more, be more visible, let me get on more platforms, let me show people actually that, I'm a person. I got a personality. Like, this is who I am, and share my story and tell, my creative process and et cetera, et cetera. What prompted you to come to that decision? Like, you know what? Let me get out there more. Let me talk to the people, man. Let me, because the mystique around you is, it's strong. It's like,
I'll be behind the curtain.
Yeah, like you don't reveal too much about yourself, your personal life. Like I said, you just let the work really speak. So what prompted the decision to, like, you know what, let me mix it up a little bit more. Let me get out there.
I think one of the factors is just I always want to be able to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And
cause stuff doing shit like this is not like, let me get in front of the camera and talk and all this.
I'm cool with it and I'm comfortable with it, but at the same time, like this ain't necessarily like where I'm usually at.
Right.
But I mean, I'm cool with it. Ain't no pressure. But at the same time, like I do, I want to be able to. It's just like I talked to you before, how when I first started shooting street photography, I would go illegally and shoot everywhere, like anywhere. Yeah. And I got comfortable getting approached and even kicked out of some places. And that got me to the point where it was like, all right, I'll go anywhere and shoot. I have no reservations about, I can't shoot there. They might, I didn't care. Because I have felt no way about getting approached or being put out or somewhere. So it's almost the same thing as far as like
what I got to lose.
Right. I want not necessarily what I got to lose, but I want to be comfortable in any space. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, also, the way things are moving now, with social media and people want to see you. True. And they want to. Very true. You get a lot of people that are actually, they just, you know, they got a phone out all day and it's a day in the life.
Right, they
you know,
documenting every moment.
Every moment. And I ain't necessarily gonna do that. But at the same time, I think it is good for people to see you know, who is behind the work and what he or she is about.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, you won't necessarily see me doing this all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna pop out. And it's just like, you know, it's just like on my Instagram, you know, I'll shoot a video and I'll be in front of the camera and I'll do that. I try to do that like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of myself, you know, and I think also it helps my development behind the camera, being on the other side. So, you know, being in front of the camera, and I've shot, you know, videos before where I was the artist or whatever. That's cool. But just knowing both sides of the ball, I think you can. It's just like when the NBA player is in the league and then he retires and then he becomes an analyst or a commentator. Like that experience he has in the league is going to help him on that other side. So it's the same thing, you know, just kind of like being on the other side of the camera or the other side of the coin, the other side of the ball, the other side of the door, whatever it is. Like, I think being on both sides kind of helps you understand, like, you know, your end better. Yeah.
Because when I think about it, and like, especially like with your brand, I was just like thinking about like your brand, like, man, like, could this him revealing more of himself backfire?
I don't think it'll never.
You know, because people like, damn, like, I like the mystique. Now I know who the guy is. Man. Man. I like the mystique. I like not knowing who's creating all this shit. Could it backfire?
Nah,
like, oh, he's just a regular guy, man. Damn.
It's a thought.
Because, you know, people had this idea, like, yo, this like some magical shit. And then, like, the magic chick gets revealed, like, poof. You know?
But this is what I'll say about that is that, I mean, I don't think it could necessarily backfire. I also don't think that I'm a regular guy.
Say that. Not like that.
No,
you don't hold yourself in high regard.
No, I hold myself in extremely high regard. I feel like I can do a lot of things at a high clip.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, like a lot of the other things that I can do, don't do. I allow other people to have that.
I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Because I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do everything. So that niggas, everybody looking at me like, oh, this nigga think he, you know. And not only that, you can't do everything. Because then you'd be average at everything. I don't want to be that. But at the same time, no, I'm not regular. I'm very aware that I have like a wide range of talents.
Man.
One of my guys actually called me the most interesting man in the world. Cause, like, it's a lot that I do. I don't always say people know me for what they know me for, and that's cool. But nah, I mean, I don't think it can backfire in this situation just because, like, you know, I think whatever I put my foot in, or whatever I step into, like, I feel like I'm gonna be at the top of the heap. Yeah,
I like that.
Sure.
Like a person like you, man, with your arsenal, like you said, like alluding to, like you, when you dive into something in the creative space, you don't fuck around with it. You're not just dibbling and dabbling. It's like, like you are operating at all those fields at a like damn near expert level. Like you're not a novice. You're not an amateur. You're not like, oh, let me just try this out and see if I'm good at it. Like that shit is like, that shit is advanced.
Well, I think here's the thing though. At one point I was a novice, and at one point we're all novices. Even when, you know, Michael Jordan picked up a basketball, he was a novice at some point. That first bounce probably went off his foot and rolled. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, we all, you know, have a start. It's just with the things that I get involved in.
You excel,
but I've been doing them for a long time.
True.
I've been doing them. Yeah, you've
been sharpening your sword a long time.
Yeah, and I've had some things that didn't come out right, or I would deem as failures, even though they wasn't a failure. But I don't think you can have success in any field without having some failure first, because that's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to figure out what not to do, what to do, what you can do better, where your weaknesses is, where your strengths are. You know, true. Having the right people around you and stuff, like, you figure all this stuff out as you go. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I do what I do. I feel like I do it very well, and I don't like to put out like weak shit, in my opinion. I try not to. I try my best not to. I try to make sure that, but it's got my name attached to it. So true. I do want, you know, same as you. You don't want to have, an episode that you get done filming and you feel like that was a complete dud. Yeah. Like, you going cross your T's and dot your I's before and do your notes and make sure that, all right, I'm on point. And when I had the episode gonna be on point. Yeah. I'll make sure that I did some research on who I'm interviewing to make sure that I know what the questions to ask them, and where to poke and where to, you know what I'm saying? And like, and it's just the same thing.
Same difference.
I want to make sure that I'm doing it well and doing the right things. And that's why even, you know, before I shoot a video or something like that, or even if I shoot a model, like, I try to, I'll do my research. I'll like look at some of their stuff, or I'll listen to some of their stuff.
That was what I
asked. And then I'll have conversations with them about, I try to at least touch base with them about some things that may not necessarily directly correlate with what we're doing. But like, the better you know somebody, the more you can actually work in what makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember in our first conversation, and I was asking you about, you know, like, the models you shoot, and you was speaking about like how you purposely, like, at that point you was like, I want to get to a space, and I'm in that space where I want to shoot people who look like this. I don't want to shoot certain types of people like this anymore. I want you to jump out at me. Right. Like, when people see this final edit, these final photos, I want that visual. That person needs to jump out. Right. Now I remember you saying that, like, you was like actively like, I need to push the envelope. I need to push creativity. I need to push myself.
Well, and that's you know, that's one reason why, you know, like, as far as the models go, like, I shoot a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily end up on my feed, or people don't necessarily end up seeing.
So the stuff
that's like paid work and stuff like that. I'll shoot paid work. Doesn't mean I'm gonna post it. That's my work. So I'm doing the job. But the stuff that you see, more times than not, that's the creative stuff that is coming from
you.
And it's important, especially like, it almost sucks to say it, but it's very true. Like, your feed and your feed is your portfolio, and that's like the representation of you. At this point, that's like your brand. And people are so heavy in the branding and stuff like that. Well, if I'm branding, why am I have something on my feed that I know ain't up to par? I'm not. So everything that I do put out, I want to make sure it's top tier to me. And I know if it's top tier to me, that, you know, there may be some people that don't like it, cool, but generally it's going to be received well, and people have their own interpretations, but it'll be something like artistic and something different, and something. And it's the same thing with music videos. Like, I'll give you a little tip here, a little pro tip.
Pro tip from Dave Lee.
This is for all the artists out there who want to shoot a music video.
Okay. There you go. Listen up.
And I've been doing this for a little while.
Who's the first video that you ever shot for musically? Now I'll let you get into your pro tip.
My guy, Free Will.
Free Will. First one you ever shot.
Free Will. I still work to this day.
The Nikon.
I think I shot it with like a Canon
5D, Mark 5.
I shot it with a Canon 6D.
Canon 6D. Kit lens?
No, I think I had like a wide, like a 24. I had a prime lens. It was like Matter of fact, it wasn't a 24. It was a 50, but it was a 1.4 50. So
Nice.
classic, just like
nice and neat.
Nice and neat, but solid. Nah, but Free Will.
First one you ever shot.
That's the first one I ever shot.
Shout out to Free Will.
Yeah, but
your pro tip.
The pro tip, and not necessarily pro tip, but just like for all those artists that's out there listening and need a music video. I know that I'm extremely, I'm picky, but I'm really good at curating music and what's good and what's not. I will listen to an artist's whole project, and I will pick the song that I want to shoot.
Oh shit!
And if they ride with that, I'll give them a little discount. And the thing with that is though, the thing with that is for
why
me.
Why do you do that?
Cause I trust my own judgment of what sounds good and what I can make visually look good. I've gotten some artists that like they hell bent on doing this song. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm with that. You the artist, you should have full control over your art. That's great. But for those who know me a little bit more closely, they know that I know music. So sometimes they'll let me, like, okay, well, which one you think it is? For example, Kaz Oliver.
Yeah, shout out to Kaz. He just saw it.
He has a music video called 70 Miles. Me and him went to Vegas and shot that shit.
You shot that in Vegas?
Yeah, we shot that in Vegas,
that
bro.
video.
I picked that.
Really?
That was not his.
He didn't lead with that?
No, he wasn't even going to do a visual for that song.
Really?
I love that song. I felt like that song was probably one of the top 2 songs on that project to me. Wow. That was my opinion. But I trust my musical ear because I've been doing music longer than I've been shooting videos.
Did he fight you on that? Like, nah, he never. He was like, all right, fuck it. I guess that's what
he knew it was a good track anyway.
Oh, yeah. He's like, all right.
And then we kind of, like, Kaz is real good with, like, the concepts. Yeah. So, like, me and Kaz click when it comes to that. Yeah. Me and Kaz actually had the same birthday.
For real?
So that might be. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Same exact birthday. We both December 23rd. Me and Kaz click when it comes to that. We can come up with ideas, and we usually see like eye to eye on shit. And then I respect Kaz just because Kaz about his business. Like he wants, when Kaz called me and be like, I got an idea. I know good and well the payment's following the idea. And he following through on whatever he need to do. Yeah. Props, locations, like there ain't no there's no space in between the idea and when we actually execute it.
No gaps.
Like we on it. We trying to book it. We scheduling it like, all right, what's the date?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this why you have most of your videos with him than other artists? Because he's about
No,
his shit?
it's just because
he always coming to you.
He's ready.
Because he's ready.
I love.
Because out of all the artists,
all them dudes in that camp. Yeah. Luke, I actually knew Luke before any of them. What? I shot Luke before Kaz. I knew Luke. Yeah, me and Luke used to work back together back in like early. We used to work together back in early 2000s. Smoking shit. We worked at Chase and shit. I think it was Chase or Alliance. It was a call center, some shit like that. We smoke on lunch and shit.
So you knew Luke.
I found out that nigga. Yeah, I knew Luke. That's how I got connected with all of them. Through
Luke.
Yeah, that was the first video I did of anybody in North City group.
Got you. Okay.
And then I got connected through them.
Everybody,
from him. But that's my guy. I've known him. For maybe 20 years, something like that.
Crazy.
But yeah,
But you and Kaz, y'all just mesh.
Nah, we click and Kaz. It ain't. I love all their music and they all different. Yeah. And I respect all their music. I think they all got good shit.
Absolutely.
And they all got shit that they should show, and that includes Coast City, PA, Luke, Weeds. I've been fighting with Weeds like we need to shoot this video. We need to get that visual. She the only one that ain't got one on board yet.
Damn, she's the only one that got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her out, Weeds. Let's go, Weeds.
If you had to pick one, would it be Grace for her? Which one you think?
You know what? I like Grace. I would probably.
How long did it take you to make that beat? Did you just have it laying around? Was it already done?
Ain't no telling.
I like that.
Ain't no telling. That beat was already made.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I always wonder, like, and that's one of the questions I wanted to ask. Did you make that specifically for her, or did she just like it? Like,
I did.
Give me that.
I sent her. I had a pack.
Like
maybe. I probably sent her like 10, 12 or something like that.
Okay.
And she just picked that one, but I had that one laying around from a few years ago. Yeah. But
she the only one that got one with you yet.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
crazy. And we was trying to work it, but then things happened and then they got pushed back, and then we just kind of haven't jumped back into it yet. But yeah, we gonna get it. Yeah. She know and I know. So, yeah. And then I love Jack. AU.
Jack, AU, yeah.
I haven't talked to him about this yet, but I definitely want to. I would like to shoot like a visual of all B-roll to something from one of his projects, because Jack.
He does his instrumental beat projects.
Yeah, Jack does excellent work, man. Yeah. AU is he's solid, man. He got across the board. He been fucking it up. So but not all of them have their own talents and their own gift. Yeah. And the only reason that Kaz has so many videos with me,
I'm like, man,
is because Kaz literally comes to me and be like, I want to shoot this, and I'll be like, bet. If they all did that, I'd have 10 videos with all of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's just a little bit more active. That's all. I see. He's active, and like when he's ready. Yeah. He like it ain't no like hesitation on pulling the trigger. Yeah. He'd be like, all right, I'm ready. I want to do this. Yeah. And me and him always got something like in the works. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we got something that we working on low key. Yeah. A visual that it's kind of an original. I would say it's an original idea that I've never really seen before. I can't really say what it is, but the way we're gonna shoot it it's a very original. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Y'all shoot it here in the city, or y'all going out?
We're gonna probably shoot it here in the city. Yeah. I can't
give it too much.
I can't say.
We just gotta wait for it when it drop.
But it should be interesting, and it's honestly, I think it'll be interesting for me and him too, because I've never shot anything the way we're gonna shoot it.
Really? Oh, so this is completely different.
It's different, yeah. It's a new idea. I'm
curious now. I can't wait to see.
I'll give you the lowdown off the air. Okay, all right,
off air.
Yeah, off the mic. I'll tell you how we're gonna do it.
All right, because we just got he just released a single. The title of it is escaping my mind. The Brady Bunch
Take
team.
You There.
Yeah, Take You There. Yeah. When he was on here, he was telling me, because I was asking about that. I was like, how the fuck do you come up with these concepts?
That was we shot that and knocked that out.
Fuck?
We shot that and knocked that out. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think. I knew I could do it. I didn't know it would come out as good as it did, because the way we shot it was fairly simple process.
Was it? Because like when you looking at it, I'm like, how the fuck? Because like when he's in the squares, the boxes, the Brady Bunch theme, it's like he's in a different outfit in each box.
Right.
Each box of him is harmonizing or doing a different part of the vocal of the song. So like one box, I'm like, how the fuck?
He was smart. He organized that very well.
So he did that. He had it.
He had it organized, like how I'm gonna do it, what part I'm gonna be doing, and we had the whole shit written down. So it was like, all right, green background, this outfit, I'm doing the hook only. So we organized each box like that, and then
put them all together,
right? And then I had to make it work at the end, because it was like
it
was like some little adjustments and stuff like that. But that was general for the most part. Like he had that well organized. Man. And then I added some like little spicy stuff in between boxes, like some of the animation and stuff like that.
Okay, you added that stuff in. Yeah, I was like, God damn.
But that was a fairly simple video to shoot.
Was it? See, in my mind, I'm thinking that is probably like, damn, that probably had to be Damn Lee's most difficult video to shoot.
I'll tell you
just
what, it was
the different elements.
Difficult to shoot, no.
Editing, probably.
To edit, it was kind of a headache to edit.
Yeah,
but
shooting it.
I knew it would be going into it.
Oh shit!
Because I knew, The one good thing about it is because of what it was more straightforward. So I didn't really have to like really get choppy and cover stuff and edit and mask stuff and all he did and went to this shot and that's it. No, all of them is like straight shots.
Ah, nice.
But there would be pieces where like, okay, that something went wrong, or say he missed a word here or something like that, or the camera shook or something like that. But in those instances, I just had to cover it up. So I might, drop another one that's over here. I drop it in multiple boxes. I had to play with it to kind of like make it work.
Little veteran tricks.
Right, exactly. And then it was also like, you got, when you edit in something, it's a 3.5 minute song. But now I got 9 boxes. So that means my editor is full.
Oh, right.
Of stacked. And it's taxing my computer. And my computer is really, like, it's built for that. Yeah. It's heavy duty. Ooh. I actually got it I originally bought it from a lady that worked for Universal Studios out in California.
Wow. You got a machine.
It's a powerhouse. But even doing that, it was taxing on my computer. So I would literally have to like have 2 of them dropped and do some editing, and then I would have to leave it for like a half an hour and let it work. Let it work and get back to baseline and then come back to it. And I talked to him, I'm like, I'm editing this and this shit is like, oh my God, it's a problem. Right. But it came out good, man.
It did, man. That video was dope.
He's actually, he's gotten some real good feedback on that video.
Yeah.
But we've worked harder putting other videos together. Obviously, we went to Vegas for check them out. So that was a whole trip.
Yeah, a whole trip. Yeah, that cost.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like.
And low key, we had the Corvette out there, and that motherfucking Corvette started smoking on us. Yeah, bro, we had to call the dude. What the fuck is going on with this shit? Like,
smoking this shit.
But that was a great trip. We went out there. We actually shot up in. I had been out to Vegas like so many times.
Okay, what's your first time?
I've been to Vegas like 10, 11 times.
Oh, shit.
I know Vegas probably. Vegas and LA, I know really well behind Columbus.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So
but we shot in Red Rock out there.
Red Rock,
which was beautiful because all the times I had been to Vegas, I had never went to Red Rock.
Because it looks so open. Like,
it is.
We all just seen we all driving.
It is open.
I was like, damn.
It's just nothing but Red Rock and carvings and open road, and it's basically like a national park type shit.
Oh, so y'all have to get permission and shit out there? Y'all was like, yo, fucking, hurry up, get the shot.
Nah, we ain't get no permission. We had liquor out there and everything. The boys was rolling by. He had to put this shit back in the, And Kaz had worked on. We had a model that was from out there.
Oh, okay.
So we had got her. Had her out there with us, and we had the cups, and we was sipping. And I'll tell you something crazy. You won't notice this in the video, but Red Rock with the elevation and stuff like that, like it can get real windy.
Oh, okay.
It was so windy out there that like it was hindering us from shooting the video.
Damn,
it was that bad. Like I couldn't hear him.
Shit.
Yeah, I had the music up blast, couldn't hear him to sync it.
Damn.
Wind was blowing shit, dirt, and
God,
it was actually not, that part of the video was not easy to shoot. Damn. The rest of it was cool because it was just us, riding around Vegas and finding spots and stuff like that. But the part out there in Red Rock was it was a little tricky.
Nice.
It looks nice and neat in the video.
It does. It looks so nice.
That shit was not
windy as fuck.
That shit was hectic. Yeah.
If only we would do.
Yeah, that was a tough shoot.
Yeah,
but man. See, we was all the way, at the video, take me there. That's like simple in the studio.
Yeah.
Boom, put it on a tripod.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Yep. Line everything up.
That was it.
We had Weez with us, so Weez always helps.
Yeah.
To make sure like we on point. we'll miss something, and she'd be like, "Y'all gotta," and be like, "Oh, okay.
Right.
You're right."
Like, thanks.
No, I love Weez because she'll keep shit on track. As soon as we miss something or we off track, or she might have a good idea or something like that. Like Weez be on point. She definitely if she's there, she always helps the situation.
Nice.
Never hurts the situation.
Nice little assistant director.
I can't say that for everybody.
She don't get in the way.
Nah, she does. Not only does she not get in the way, she will she helps elevate whatever we doing. Cause she'll have her input. She'll help out whatever she need to do. You need to hold a light, boom, gotcha.
Nice.
You need to tape this out. Are we taping this? How are we doing it? Hold it, move it over here. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm bring She's definitely an asset when it comes to shooting visuals.
Nice.
If she's around.
Nice. Do you think about the work that you've done so far in this city amongst other videographers, photographers, even producers, people in the same realm that do what you do? Like, when you look at where you stack up in that realm, where do you place yourself? Like,
I always feel like I'm the best. but this
damn it, David! You can't say that.
Nah, I am the best.
You're the best at doing it.
For sure. But listen, this is the thing about that. Everybody got their own.
This is the part where they start hating you.
It's cool. Everybody definitely has their own. They add their own twist or their own thing to it. Like,
yes,
I can't necessarily like I should feel like I'm the best. That's how I feel.
You cover a lot of ground.
Not only that, but like I think being confident in what you do is part of being good at what you do. You asked AU who the best producer in the city. What you think he gonna say?
I know to ask the boy. He said he's the best.
You already know what he gonna say.
He said he looked right in the camera and said it. He said, "I'm the best."
At the end, at the end of the day, it's all subjective, but he should feel like that.
Yeah.
Because he's taken the time and he's got the years under his belt to have mastered his craft.
Yes.
Now I will say this: there are some other artists in the same field that I'm in that are extremely talented.
Yes.
And they probably feel like they're the best. And that's great though.
Yeah.
That's excellent. I love that.
They should feel that way.
Yeah. If they're good.
Yep.
And they know they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, Dave. If I was in your field, I'll be like, yo, I'm coming for his spot. He got to go, man. He has to go.
Well, this is
Fuck this guy, man.
This is the thing, though.
I'm tired of seeing his shit everywhere. I'm tired of seeing his shit on my feeds. I'm the guy. I shoot better or just as good as him.
I love it, though. I love that, though. Because this is the thing. This is what I'm gonna tell you about that. It's like
he got the S5. Fuck that.
Some people work well under pressure. Some people work better under pressure.
Yeah.
And you can believe when MJ won his first 3, you can believe everybody was coming for that. Everybody was gunning for that.
Yep.
Gunning for it.
Yeah, fuck Mike.
And what he do? He came back and won 3 more, and they couldn't fuck with him. But that part of the game, it's competitive nature, and that's part of the game that's good. Now, on another note, talking about, to me, who's the best in the city?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that because it's a whole world out here.
Yes.
So, and for me, you want bragging rights about who's the best in the city. That ain't bragging rights to me. Now, I'll say I feel like I'm the top at what I do.
Yes.
But to me, that ain't really saying much.
Yeah. You bragging about, I'm number 1 at this stuff. Like,
can I go to LA or New York and say that?
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
So anybody that's in my field that's doing what I do, they gunning for me. Like, I love it. And then
because they're watching and they coming.
That's cool. That's great. And then and there's a few other ones that I know that's that I would say are definitely my peers.
Yeah, give them their respect.
Yeah, and it's some of them actually. You know, I watch some people that I'm gunning for that I feel like, you know, but they don't necessarily here, but they may be originally like I want to say Mac Lawrence. You ever heard of Mac Lawrence? Mm-hmm. The video director. Okay, he's done some stuff, Cali, New York, but he's from here.
Okay,
he's a monster.
Beast with it.
Yeah, but
Mac Lawrence.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's got bigger. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Right. So they can come for you all they want.
Yeah, and there's some other real talented. I want to say dream catchers are. That's a talented. Yeah, they super talented. There's another guy. I can't remember his name, but like. It's friendly. It's competition. It's you're supposed to feel like you're the best, and you also you're supposed to have somebody that you look at and be like, damn, I'm trying to get to where he at. So if somebody's doing that with me, that's a beautiful thing that I'm giving them something to chase, because guess what? I'm watching somebody else chasing them too. And you better believe that person is watching somebody else chasing them too. That person might be watching Tarantino like, fuck this music shit. I'm trying to shoot some long film. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
it's always levels to
it's always levels, and you always want to have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You always want to have something to shoot for that like I can get better and
GoPro went out.
GoPro. Yeah. It's all good. But nah, at the same time, like, you don't
walk around beating your chest.
Well, I don't necessarily do that. I'm confident in what I do, but nah, I don't walk around saying I'm the best. Yeah. But I will say this at the same time, like, if there is people out there looking like, I'm coming for him.
That's right, baby.
Like, this is what I will.
He got to go.
This is what I'll say to you. I ain't even really dug in my bag at all yet. I actually been chilling. Yeah.
So what we've been seeing is you in chill mode.
For the most part, yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, like,
God damn.
For the last, I'll be real candid with you here.
Okay.
I still get my work done, but if I'm in a serious relationship, it does slow my pace down.
Got you.
Right. I'm not in one now.
Oh, okay.
So
now it's opened up.
Yeah, it's all the way open. So I mean, if you've seen me over the past 3 years and you've been like, this nigga doing too much. I hate this nigga.
Right.
Like, you really about to fucking hate me now.
You about to turn it up.
No, you remember when Hulk Hogan turned from Hulk Hogan to went to Hollywood Hogan?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at right now.
I love it. Oh man, God damn, you a monster at this shit, man. Have you had moments where? We're gonna go to break after this because
for sure.
We got some music to play. All my independent artists, y'all know I play music during the breaks of the pod, so send that to clothtalk5@gmail.com. But what I wanted to ask you before we go to break here, have you ever had moments where you felt like you just want to just stop all this shit? Like, you know what? I'm good on this, man. I'm about to sell these cameras, these lenses. I'm good on it. Like fuck it moments. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm good.
No.
Really?
I've never felt like that.
Never.
Ever. Even at the very beginning when like I would struggle with certain things, like
frustration.
This is the thing, man. This is like,
wow.
That shit is ingrained in me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like I'm an artist through and through. Before I was doing the work with the camera, I was producing music. Before I was producing music, I was an athlete, but at the same time, I played the drums since I was 3. Like, this shit has always been in me, bro. I can't stop.
Damn.
And, a lot of it, like, I think a lot of it for me, it's great to be able to make money doing it, and I love that. And I obviously want to make sure that I'm pushing myself to make the income and the finances whole side of it grow.
Yeah.
But like I would do this shit if there wasn't no money.
Really? Yeah. Damn, that's how much you love this shit.
It's what in me. It's what I'm good at it.
Jesus.
Yeah. And this is like you could X out the camera. I'm still good at it.
Take
Whatever
that
I'm
away,
do,
you'll still
take it away and just leave me with producing. I'ma still fuck it up.
Shit.
But I love doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to collect vinyl. I had at one point a record collection of over 3,000 records. And I used to dig real hard, and I used to sample real heavy and just like get into it, and like that shit's been in me for a long time, man. And it's like it ain't going nowhere.
Wow. Man, there's a lot more I want to ask you about in the music tip when we come back from this break. Before we take this break, though, Dave, let the people know if they are not tapped in yet, if they're not following yet, where they can follow you, where they can, if there's artists out there that need some of your work, some of your services, if they just want to check out what you've been doing, website, socials, go ahead and plug away.
Yeah, the website is Art.Life.Six.com.
Hey.
And that's Art, Life, and the word 6. SIX.com. And probably my most active social media platform and a good place that you can reach out to me. I answer all DMs.
There you go.
Is Art.Life.Six on Instagram.
Yes, there you go. Woo! Tap in, make sure y'all tap in with Art.Life.Six, man. AKA Dame Lee. Do people call you more Art.Life.Six or Dame Lee more? What do you get more?
Dame Lee.
They say Dame.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, that's that's my name. So
yeah,
I get that
Dame.
more. Most people that know me, Dame.
Yeah.
It just depends though. Some people,
Yo,
yeah.
that's Art.Life.Six.
The funny, I'm gonna tell you what's kind of funny about that is out of North City, the one I've known the longest, Luke. He's the only one that calls me and be like, "Yo, Art." He's the only one that calls me like, "Yo, Art Life." Like, my God. He's known me the longest. He know the full government before I picked up the camera. He called me Art Life. So that's my guy.
I love it. Shout out to Luke. We're gonna be right back here on Call Talk Podcast. Make sure you're subscribe, Artists in the Music, Call Talk number 5 at gmail.com. We'll be right back. 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 Right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Be right back. We'll 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 be right. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right. We'll be right back. 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 We'll be right. We'll be right back. 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 Back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Back. We'll be right back. Back. We'll be right back. We'll be right. We'll be right back. Back. We'll be right 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 back. Right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right, we back. Right here on Club Talk Podcast. Dave Lee is here with us, aka Art.Life.Six. People who don't know, you told me the first time we was on the pod, the first episode we did. I'm pretty sure people probably get introduced to you for the first time, like Art.Life.Six me. For those who don't want to go back to the first episode, if y'all just want to hear it, yeah.
Well, basically, like, I feel like I've had like a lot of periods in life that were like completely different than the other. You know, I grew up around a gang of cousins in the church.
Playing them drums and instruments.
Yeah, and playing instruments and singers and traveling and stuff like that. And then I was also at one point in time, once I got to like middle school, high school, I turned into like one of the better athletes in the city.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was 17 city basketball. I was all-state football.
Let's go.
I ended up going to Akron on a football scholarship.
Nice.
So I had a period of time, and I was also one of the better swimmers in the city before high school, but I couldn't swim and play basketball because it's the same season.
Oh, okay.
So I had to choose basketball. In high school, I chose basketball, but I had a period in life where it was just like sports.
Yeah.
And then my dad wrestled at Ohio State.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so he was the one to like, you know, my guy when you play, I'm gonna put you in everything.
Yeah.
So I played everything, and I was good at everything.
Man, you just excel at everything. Has it been anything that you just like completely like failed at? Anything? It doesn't seem
I wouldn't say failed, but
like, yo, that ain't for me. Let me get that up. Because it's like everything that you...
Relationships?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna say that. For all the ladies watching,
yeah, because that's gonna be the question at the end of the pod. So keep that in mind.
Nah, you know what?
Anything you ever failed at? Goddamn.
Failed at? No.
5-star athlete, play instruments, making beats, camera editing, music. God damn.
It's more too.
See?
I'm a lifeguard.
Goddamn.
I box. I used to spar.
Jesus, man. Nice with the hands. You a lefty? Southpaw?
I'm right-handed, but I fight southpaw.
Ooh, you can switch.
But I can fight either way.
Ooh.
But I'm more comfortable southpaw.
More comfortable southpaw?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's smart to fight with your strong hand lead anyway.
So
you use it more.
Left hand.
Well, you use it more.
True.
So to me, you more coordinated in your, you know, if you right-handed, most right-handed people are taught to fight orthodox with their left hand in the front, and the power hand in the back.
Yeah.
But to me, you use your lead hand so much more. Why not make your lead hand your strong hand? There's a lot of professional boxers that do that. Miguel Cotto is actually left-handed.
Like
He's left-handed.
He's actually left-handed?
But he fights orthodox because he leads with his... Oscar De La Hoya is also left-handed. But he fights orthodox. He fights with his lead hand first. Yeah.
So there's our boxers that...
There's boxers that practice that buy into that theory.
And that's how you spar.
That's how I spar, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, I fight southpaw. I can fight either way, though, but I'm more comfortable.
Southpaw.
Yeah.
Wow. So nothing you ever can think of that you failed at?
I wouldn't say there's anything that I failed at, but I do have...
God damn, man.
I do have a couple weaknesses here and there.
It don't seem like it, David. I don't know.
I'll let the people know I am not a good bowler.
There you go.
If you ever want to go bowling with me,
it'll clean you up.
I'ma compete.
You gonna go down to fight.
I'm gonna compete, but that's not my strength. Bowling. It's not my strength.
You can knock a baseball out the field?
Nah. Socially, I'll be good. Actually, there was an AAU baseball coach that wanted me to pitch for them for a long time. So he worked me out. But I couldn't do it because I was at the time I was playing AAU basketball and we was traveling. So I really couldn't get into it. But I was actually working out for him and pitching for him when I was 12 and 13, and I was throwing like an 85-mile-per-hour fastball when I was 13. But I never played baseball.
Would you say
I was just like a natural athlete, man.
This is insane, man. Would you say you're more gifted than talented, or more talented than gifted?
Probably more gifted. Just because like a lot of this stuff was like really natural for me.
Right. Like, man, you just picking up shit and excelling at it. Just
yeah,
like,
probably more gifted. Like, cause even with like, but some of it has to do with this too. Like, I spent a lot of time on all this stuff, so like I developed over time.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a combination of both. Like in some
talent and gift.
Yeah, in some ways I'm definitely gifted. Like some things I can pick up on super fast.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, hardware and software when it comes to like music production.
Yeah.
It tied into editing. So like I was so used to working with hardware and software with the music production that when I first got into an editor, it didn't seem foreign to me.
Oh.
It was almost like the sister of what I was already working with.
Okay, I see. So learning an editing software program wasn't like terrifying to you because you understood the musical components of working with music software.
Right, because they're all at the end of the day, they're all DAW interfaces.
I see.
All you really have to do, I kind of feel like they're just like video games for grown men.
That's how you look
like,
at it.
Yeah, because it ain't nothing but just like figuring out, you know, what's what, how to play this game, and what's what. And like,
I never heard of it put that way.
That's all it is. It's just grown men video game. Like you figure out what's what. Okay, that's that. That's this. That. And then through repetition, you start to kind of, you know, form some muscle memory of just remembering. All right, I know tracks up there. This is there. This is my effects. Yeah. And then you do it enough to you get to the point where it's like just second nature. Like you know where everything at. You know.
So I
try to challenge myself though. I do try to like. There are some software programs that I do find more challenging than others.
I was about to ask you that.
So I have been like these last few years trying to experiment because most people you talk to that edit, you'd be like, "What you use?" And they'll tell you one.
Adobe. That's what I use to edit this podcast.
Exactly.
Adobe
that's what I'm saying. Most people they find one and they that's what they use.
I'm comfortable with it.
Right. And for me, I'm an Apple dude through and through, so I'm real familiar with Final Cut. So I love Final Cut. But I'm also I'm also starting to like being able to implement Premiere Pro, After Effects.
Woo, After Effects, that's tough.
Yeah, and I do a lot of my editing for photography between Lightroom and a program called Affinity.
Never heard of that.
Affinity Photo, Affinity Design.
Oh, okay.
It's similar to a Photoshop, it's just different.
Okay. Different.
Yeah, but then I'll use Photoshop too. I've been kind of working towards like, so I do challenge myself to try to, you know, to learn some new, basically new platforms and new DAWs and new interfaces. And I've been implementing some of that into each other, which in my mind gives me a little bit of an edge, just because if I get to the point where I know all the programs.
Oh my God.
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
Jesus. So that's why, like, when we look at your photos, that's why it has that certain look to it. Like, cause when I see you,
I have a process with my
and
photos.
I'm not asking you to give your secrets away, cause I know y'all.
I wouldn't give them away anyway.
Cause I know y'all photographers are like, I'm not giving. No, don't ask me shit about my process. Y'all don't give shit away. Like y'all give a little bit, but y'all don't know.
Well, everybody got their own secret sauce, man.
About this, that.
Everybody got their own sauce.
But so. Without giving too much away, because I'm curious about your creative process. So away from the music videos for a second.
Right.
Because I want to read the definition of this. Editorial photography. I want to pull this up and read the definition of this. Because I was like reading this. Editorial photography encompasses images often found in publications like magazines and newspapers. that aim to tell a story or invoke a specific mood. This is why I'm asking you that. Focusing on the narrative and creative vision rather than solely promoting a product. Focusing on creativity and a narrative and a mood. And when I look at your shit, that definition,
it makes sense.
Yeah. So like when you, let me ask you this: we're getting into your creative process, shooting the models and stuff, the photography side.
Right.
Do you start with a concept or an idea first, and you try to find a model that fits with you, that what you have in your head, or do you see the subject, aka the model, and be like, I got something for that. I got something for her or him, and then the creativeness starts to flow, like. Cause like, you know.
No, I get what you're saying. This is where it gets like interesting. The way my mind works. Yeah. There is no like definitive process to figuring it out. That part of it happens all kind of different ways. Really? Yeah. My most recent shoot I had with a model. Her name is Riley. I haven't put it out yet. Okay. I can't remember her last name, but she's actually a model for Heyman Talent Agency. So she's a song model, and she's done some actual work other than just getting in front of a camera.
Freelance stuff.
Right. It was an excellent shoot too, but nice. We had been talking about shooting since like November, December. Oh wow. She's in Ohio, but she's a couple hours away, so things didn't work out. But she was able to get up here last weekend. Nice. And then the funny thing about it was we had never narrowed down a concept, but she was like, I took the day off so I can still come up there. So I just told her like, all right, just bring a suitcase of clothes. And then I went into the studio. The studio the night before. Had no idea what I was going to do.
The night before the shoot?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I just built the set. Whatever. I went in there. I went in there and whatever came to mind was like, try this. Yeah. And the set that I built, like, the idea of it was simple, but executing it and making it look right was the tricky part. Yeah. But I was able to get it done. I literally built the set in maybe like an hour and a half and just left it. And
this is before she arrives. Like you're in there.
Yeah, she's watching you. She just kind of. No, this is the day I built it. Like we shot on a Sunday. Okay. I went in on Saturday night and put up a set. Got you. But I didn't know what she was gonna end up wearing. Right. And she didn't know what the set was gonna look like. But I just told her, just come because I'll make it work.
Right. Confident in your skills.
Confident in my skills. And I told her, make sure you just bring like a variety of stuff.
Just pack some shit.
Yeah. And me and her just sat there and was like, this. And then I did build the set in a kind of way that was neutral colors. So that any color we picked would work.
Oh, gotcha.
So the set I built ended up being black and white.
Black and white set.
But so that way you can really play with like any color. You can make a red pop. You can make a blue pop. You can go black and white with the black and white. Right. You can almost kind of do anything. Yeah. So I built the set to where it was like kind of like open to whatever she brought. And then I have a lot of stuff in the studio as far as like wardrobe and stuff like that too. So like we just mixing and matching and finding what was there, and then we just shot the shit, and it's like I ain't put it out yet, but it's fire.
It came out crazy.
Came out tough. So sometimes
none of it's premeditated.
None of that was no, but then I'll have other ideas that'll be like very specific. Yeah. I'll see something like
I got something.
I'll see. I don't want to tell my secrets here, but I'll see like I'll be watching the movie. To get it out of people. I'll be watching it. I'll be watching like a movie. I might be watching like Furiosa or something, Mad Max or some shit. Okay. And then I might see one of the wives in a certain outfit, and I'd be like, that scene, that color palette, and that scene like looks so hard, and that might be my inspiration for a shoot. I might pull that from something totally different. I might go to a movie and pull a photo shoot just from one shot from a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I might just be flipping.
Okay.
I might be flipping through a magazine and see something, and I'll be like, "That's cool." But what if they would have did it like this, and they would have just switched the color and then made the back, you know? But I do one thing I do, and I'm very consistent with this, is that when I do have an idea, I put it in my phone so that I can come back to it. Yeah, I'll be driving and literally like pull over.
Oh shit! And quick note it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's how you store ideas. People pop ideas all the time, but they fucking forget them.
Yep. Yeah.
So I will see an idea and I'll jot it, even if it's literally like one word that'll bring my mind back to what it was. You know, or I might be driving around the city and I might see a particular building and be like, I need to shoot in front of that.
Right. You know? I need to shoot in front of this building.
Yeah. And then I might have somebody in mind for that in particular. Or there are times where I've shot models where the concept was already there and I was like, she would work perfect for that. You know, because of their skill set and whatever they, you know. Yeah. And then there are models that are, you know, they have some creativity themselves where they come into me and they like, dang, you know, I have a model. She's actually an actress, and she's really pushing towards that now. Nice. But her name is Alexis Nguyen Schwander.
Wow, what a name!
But she goes by Lex. Okay, but that's the homie. Lex. That's the homie I've been shooting with her for quite some time. Nice. And we actually, me, her, and her husband will actually hang out like outside the studio.
Oh wow, that's dope.
So them is my people.
Nice.
But she came to me, just for example, she came to me and was like, you know, you see this Grace Jones picture, this album cover. It's like, we doing that. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, bet. So we kind of replayed that, but off of that, we was like, okay, well, let's do some other looks that's like Grace Jones inspired. So not necessarily pulling the exact look, but like the feel.
Gotcha.
Pulling the feel out of it. And we ended up doing like maybe 4 or 5 different looks. Wow. And that shoot came out really good. But she came to me with that concept, and then she just let me run with it on my end. You know, she brought what she needed to bring, and then we just knocked it out. But it happens in all different ways, man. Yeah,
so there's
all different ways. There is no formula for how these shoots come about.
It comes however. Driving, voice loading, or I see a building, or she would work for this. Yeah. And all, wow.
Now, I will say this: there are a few models that I will come across, and I'll just be like, you know, they're really good at what they do. So I would like to shoot with them, and then, you know, I'll contact them, I'll reach out or whatever, and we may just kind of work through some concepts together. Yeah. So I may send them some reference stuff like, okay, I've been thinking about, or I like this, and this, and they may send the same thing, and then we kind of like meet somewhere in the middle. So, but it comes about. It is different than music videos, right? Because music videos are really, for the most part, like, have to map them out and like
storyboard,
have to get location,
shot by shot.
We have to make sense of, okay, this is about this versus this. So we got to have a girl in the scene because you're talking about a girl, and you know, the visuals with the videos have to really tie in. But the good thing about the editorial shoots, and especially because I like to shoot a fashion reel, like a video for the editorial. Yeah. The good thing about those, the thing about those that I love is that that's my open space to create. So that's when I get to like really be loose and not be restricted. Yeah. And I tell my models that come shoot with me all the time, I tell them the same exact thing. Like, we ain't got no limits. We ain't got no box. Wow. We want to do something. If you want to do something all the way out there,
let's just go.
We'll try it. You know, exactly. I may get back and look at it and be like, that didn't work. But that's how you get extraordinary work is trying stuff that is outside of the box or that isn't the norm or what you see. Right. It's so much, you see so much, and so much is the trend of what you see. Yeah. But like for me, I think there's a good balance of doing trendy stuff, but also doing stuff that's like, I ain't seen that. I don't even know if I like it or not, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I love stuff like that. I love seeing stuff that's like that. I like seeing artists when I look at something and it makes me wonder, like, how did they do that? Yeah. Like, how did they get that shot? Yeah. Or what kind of, like, what? Huh? Right. I like seeing stuff that I don't understand. Yeah,
it's like figure out a puzzle. Like, how do they put that
together?
Yeah,
it makes me, and it opens my mind too to like other areas. Like, damn, I never thought about stretching an image like that. You know what I mean? Or I never thought about using a fisheye, but then slapping a green filter on it. Now it look like night vision type shit. But then you might see it and be like, I want to try that.
Hey.
So.
It's so endless, like the creativity you can have with just a person and a camera and some good lighting. Like, it's just.
Well, here's the thing about that. You said a person, a camera, and good lighting.
Yes.
That is every photographer.
Every photographer.
But that a lot of time with a lot of photographers is where it ends. And for me, that's like basic. That's just the base.
And this is why you set yourself apart.
Seriously, man. You know what I tell models when they come in to shoot with me? Yeah. Don't bring boring shit. I'm like, if you got something that you've been wanting to shoot that you feel like is a little bit outrageous, bring it.
So is that why, like, when we see most of your models that you shoot, they have on this like very outlandish?
Because they know me. And they know that I'm not going to shoot
regular.
I'm not going to shoot nothing like that.
Want that? You want the let's push the envelope. Don't come here with regular shit.
Always. That's
because all your models it's.
But that's the same with any type of visual, and honestly, any art form. When you talk about painting, how many times have we seen the same paintings over and over and over? But there's somebody, you know what I'm saying? But there's somebody out there that said, you know what? Today, there's somebody out there that's like, I'm going to, I got this dirty ass rag that got holes in it, and today I'm gonna use that to wipe down some of this paint to make the surface a little bit more like gritty. Wow. I'm going to try to fail, but I want to see what it does.
Right. Purposely do that.
Purposely do that. And then I think this is the same with any art form. Visuals. I think it's the same with production. I think if you can step outside and say, most people do it like this. What if I do it like this? Yeah. I was just saying, when I produce, I don't have a process when I produce.
Really?
Nope. I can literally start with the snare, and that might be what I started with.
Start building for
or I can hear the sample and start with that, or I can hear the melody and like play it and then start with that. I might just start with the drums itself completely, and then build around that. I might hear a vocal sample and be like, I'm gonna build around. Like, I have no process, but I think that's one of the things that keeps me like creative and open to being able to do different work. Is I don't have no specific process.
It sounds like
I do have an editing process,
right,
but that's different. That's like the science of it,
right? Yeah, because it sounds like what you're saying is that when it comes to creating and being a creator, to maximize your creativity, you have to restrict all boundaries. To maximize your,
you have to unrestrict boundaries.
I said unrestrict. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to unrestrict all those quote unquote boundaries. Yeah. To really maximize your creative potential. And then, like we were saying, like, but then you have your process when you go into your editing room. But when you're out in the field creating, strip all of that and just create. Sounds like what you're saying. And there has to be no like, okay, here's step 1. Here's step 2.
There are
Here's step 3.
there are specific in certain projects where you do have to box yourself in.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times those are
So freeform doesn't work in every setting.
well, sometimes you're getting paid and they want you to do something specific.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So if it's considered work,
yeah,
then you may have to, okay, we got to stay in this line.
Okay.
Now, I may be able to add my creative input in certain spaces and certain places with that.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to stay within the box.
Gotcha.
Because this is what they want. This is the work they want.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them my input on them, my input on it. And then I'm going to also try to tell them what we may need to do different to make your idea work the best.
Okay.
But if it's work,
yeah,
I'm going to stay in line.
Gotcha.
But if it's actually just like we get to create,
let's just
openly,
let's try some shit.
It's like, honestly, as a creator, that's the freest feeling. Wow. Like it's just like a singer that gets in the booth, and you hear these singers that do all these ad libs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I know singers love doing the verse, and singers actually like doing the hook, but those are very structured.
Yes. But
where a person that can actually sing is like free is when they could just flow with the song and just like ad lib in and out however they want to do and like feel it. Like that's when you can be free with it. And that I think that goes for like any medium. Like when you can just be free and just like go for it. Play with it. Listen, there's been times.
That's scary, Dave.
Hey. But that's how you
like,
find out.
I have nothing in my brain. What the fuck?
That's how you discover new stuff, though. Listen, if I went by the textbook of what I know all the time,
that's right. Follow this full
I would
square.
never find out. I would never find ways to do things. It's just like there's a thing where you can basically with the camera you can change the shutter speed. Now the shutter speed is supposed to be this all the time. But if you chop it way down to the bottom, it looks fucked up. But that's actually a technique that's used. Somebody discovered that and was like, it looks crazy because the motion is like blurred. Yeah. But like it's become like part of a style almost. But somebody had to do that to find that. Yeah. Or Michael Jordan had to try, he had to be like, I wonder how far I can jump and dunk.
Right.
Maybe
if I start here to work my way back to the foul line.
Or maybe I should say Dr. J, because he would be the original try to, jump from the free throw line. Yes. But at some point somebody had to say, I'm gonna try to jump as far as I can and see what happens. That's right. And they probably was like, damn, that was far. I'm gonna see if I can jump further. Yeah. And eventually that evolution and stuff like that. Now it's probably 20 guys in the league who can dunk from the free throw line. Right. You know what I'm saying? But in the 70s, nobody was, you know what I'm saying? But somebody had to do it first. Yeah. Somebody had to try something that was outside the box or didn't necessarily make sense or somebody hadn't seen before. But that's the beautiful thing about art, man. That's the beautiful thing about art is that, like, I feel like if you have no desire to innovate something that hasn't been seen before, what are you doing it for?
Damn, Dave! They don't want to hear that.
That's real though. I think they do want to hear that.
That's real shit.
I think they do want to hear that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, think about it, man. Who wants to be?
Who would he go up there and sit up there and tell me how I need to create?
In any medium, like in the realm that you're in with podcasting
space, yes.
Like everybody, there's a specific format that you follow. Yes. But where do you set yourself apart? You know what I mean? Now, some people in that space set themselves apart just because maybe they already have a name or something like that. True. For like what's the joint Cameron and Mace podcast?
The sports joint of shit. This is like a phrase. I know it's talk about their show.
But like they came in the door with a name. Yeah. And then they built the show up. They built the show up. But like if you're not that,
it is what it is.
There you go. Yeah. If you're not that and you're trying to build it from the ground up, like what's going to make your podcast different than the other 1,754 podcasts that's streaming. You feel me? So you have to find ways to like set yourself apart. You want to be different. You want somebody to look at it. You actually want some motherfuckers, you want them to like, I don't like this.
You want that.
You want people to be opinionated, opinionative of like your work.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather somebody look at my work and be like, I hate it or I love it, than just be like, it's good.
Really?
Yeah.
You want both sides, both ends of the spectrum.
I would rather like a strong opinion of it.
Either you like it or you don't.
Either you love it or you hate it. Like, I want a strong opinion of it.
Like, you want a real critique.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you that, because I'll be honest. When I speak with some of these artists out here, like you were alluding to, whatever form or industry that you're in, and then some of them told me straight to my face on this pod, publicly, they said, listen, I'm sensitive about my shit. Criticism, I don't take very well. Somebody told me artists are the most sensitive people on the planet. Yeah. It's true. Because you just told me you want the criticism. But what I hear is the adverse. They're like, we're sensitive about our shit because we're creating from. I'm
gonna be real with you. I'm in a way sensitive, and I think artists are. I think artists, that is very true.
Artists are sensitive.
You know who said that? Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu said
she said that in a song, I believe.
Oh wow.
I'm sensitive about my shit, and we are. That's our craft. And most artists that's doing what they're doing, they love doing it. So naturally, we're gonna be sensitive about it.
So the criticism could hurt.
Well,
because like if I put my all into this, and somebody
part of that is number one.
You separate the two.
Well, I have thick skin, so I can take it.
You're built different.
I can take that. That's cool. But I think part of it, at least for me, is that I know I'm good. I ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, though. You know I'm good. So it's cool. It's cool if you don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. My ex used to see some of my work and be like, Now I couldn't necessarily tell if it was out of jealousy.
Okay.
Or if it was like
gotta keep him down here.
Completely authentic. Like, I don't like that. I couldn't. Sometimes the lines would get blurred, but it didn't bother me.
Really?
When she would look at a shoot and be like, I don't really care for this. Like, that's cool, but that's good though, because it's like, that just means that, everybody's gonna see things, and I used to explain this to her specifically, is that like everybody has their own perspective. They live different lives. They had different experiences. So it's all subjective anyway.
True.
What you hate, somebody else is gonna love. Yes. What you love, somebody else is gonna hate. Yeah. I've had work myself that I did not care for that went ham online.
People loved it.
Loved it.
And you're like, that's not my best work.
Yeah. To be real with you, the Kaz's last video seems to have taken off.
Yes, they love that shit. I love it. I'm like, this shit is amazing.
If I had to put it somewhere in our catalog, somewhere in the middle.
Really? Yeah. God damn, Dave. Really?
But that's just it's all subjective. It's all subjective though.
Tell me why though. Like what are you
probably just because I've had other ones that I felt like I was maybe connected to, or that I connected to more.
Okay. Are you?
Or that I was that visually was more pleasing to me. You know what I mean? But
I see.
That one in particular, the people love it.
Love it.
The people is the ultimate, like it's just like the market sets the market. So like, you can't say I'm worth this, and that. If the people don't say you worth it, then you ain't worth shit. Right. The market sets the value of it.
True.
So if the people love it, I can't say nothing about it. The people love it. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, but
me personally,
you have your favorites.
I have my favorites, and I have ones that I would deem stronger visuals than that.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how it goes, or that's exactly how you should want it to go. And this is just like, I've had this experience with as an artist doing music too, where you have a song and you like, man, this song is so tough. Like that's your favorite song on the project, and then you realize that this person loves a different song. This person loves a different song. This person comes with you with a totally different song that you never even thought. You know what I'm saying? They love that shit. Like it's all subjective, and that's the great thing about art is like it's all
everything's
in the eye of the viewer.
Yeah, everything's up for interpretation.
Everything.
And this leads me to this question, and then we'll go to break because let me see what time we're at. Okay, we got like 10 more minutes to get you out of here. We'll come break, then we'll go back.
All right.
Does art still belong to the creator once it's released to the world, or does it now belong to the people?
I feel like it always belongs to the creator. But it's for the people. I don't own it though.
You're the first artist / creator that answered that way. All the other artists I've asked this, they said it now belongs to the people. Because they look at it as a creation that they put out to the world, like a child that now has a life of their own.
I guess at this point we might have to get into like definition of belong, because my work is for the people.
Yes, but they and
it's for their interpretation to feel however they feel with it.
They don't own it though.
They don't own that shit.
They don't own that shit.
I mean, you do know legally, like if I shoot say I shoot a model and there's no agreement, then the legal agreement is the whoever actually took the picture owns the picture. So if I was to shoot with a model and she was to say, this ain't never happened, and I'm usually on really good ground with everybody that I work with. Okay. I really do not have any like bad blood with nobody.
That's amazing. Never had them out. I don't want to take these down. I don't want them out no more.
Not like that, no.
Wow.
I've had some things where it was like, oh, can we change this to this? Or can we make this picture the first one instead of, like that type of thing, right? Where we need to like adjustments. Yeah. But I don't think I've ever had anything like nah. Wow. But yeah,
you was about to say, I'm sorry. The ownership of
the ownership of it is with the owner of photography is the person who took the picture. So if a model was to say, don't post that picture legally, I can post it. I took it. It's my picture. I own it. Now there are models that come. I don't have to deal with that much because most people that come to me, like they know me and they know it's all love and all good and everything gonna be square. But sometimes they do come with the contract from their talent agency saying that you have to do this, you have to list this, and blah blah blah. Yeah. But technically, whoever takes the picture owns the picture. Even if it's a picture of you, I own that.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
because you took the picture.
Right now, I don't. I'm not a dickhead, and I don't live like I play fair, and I think.
I took the picture, motherfucker. I ain't taking it.
Nah, it's especially with this the art stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, it's collaboration, and I wouldn't be able to make the art that I make without having the talent in front of the camera.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So I recognize that, and I know that it's a collaborative effort. So I view it as our work.
Yeah.
Every video I've shot. That's our video. Every photo shoot I had, when I messaged him, I'd be like, hey, our shoot, was like, that's our shoot.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
But legally, I own it. I'm just saying, I'm technical about it.
Yeah, I love it.
Legally.
All right, we're going to go to one more break. We're going to play one more song. We're going to hit it. We're going to fire through a couple more things. We're going to get Dame Lee out of here because the man got to stay in shape, ladies and gentlemen. Man said, yo, I'm going to the gym. We got to keep this body right. Before we go to this break, Dame Lee, go ahead and plug away where everybody can get your work. They can see the visuals if people in the city interested. they want to work with you, all that good stuff, go ahead and plug away.
Yeah, the best place to find me is Instagram. It's Art.Life.Six, and that's the word six, SIX.
Yeah.
Art.Life.Six.com. You can always message me there or on Instagram, and I'll make sure I get back to you. I am also on Facebook.
Hey.
You can send me you can get personal with the Dame Lee on Facebook. But surprise, surprise, nobody seems to know this. I do have a page on Facebook. That's Art.Life.Six. So you can message me there too.
Either one. I like it.
However you can get a hold of me, I pretty much will check everything at some point. So.
There you go. And you respond. You don't leave people left on red.
I do respond to everybody.
Nice.
I do my best.
You do your best.
Yeah.
I like that.
If something sneaks through, it literally like snuck through, request I didn't never seen it, and I seen it a month later. Something. But for the most part, I'll get back to everybody.
Nice. There you go. All right, we're gonna be right back here on Club Talk Podcast Artists and that music too. Club Talk number 5 at 5 gmail at gmail.com 5 at gmail.com 5 at gmail.com 5 at gmail 5 at com gmail.com gmail 5 at com 5.com gmail.com gmail.com at gmail.com 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 at gmail.com 5.com gmail.com 5 at com 5.com 5.com 5.com. All right, we back right here on Club Talk Podcast. Dame Lee is here, aka Art.Life.Six is here with us. Everyone you know him. All right, we're gonna fire through a couple last things. We're gonna get you up out of here. This is a bit dope. Before I fire through these, have you ever thought about doing a short film or web series or something like that? Cause your brain, I'm pretty sure you could probably come up with a dope web series skit. I mean, that skit script or something like that. You ever thought about that?
I'm gonna say this: when I originally got into shooting video, that was my original first what I wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah, I used to really dig into honestly, if I was to go as a creator, you probably know this. We hang out on Vimeo. Everybody else hang out on YouTube. We hang out on Vimeo.
That's where y'all.
So, yeah, we hang out there. Yeah, because that's where the real good stuff is. So, I have a list of liked videos that I used to kind of separate and divide and order that I could go back to for reference or whatever like that. And I probably have over 100 shorts saved in Vimeo because I used to love watching shorts. So originally that was my initial what I wanted to do. Yeah. It just veered into what was
people hitting you up for videos.
Yeah, music videos just was I think I wanted to do short films originally.
Yeah.
My mans knew I had the camera and I was working on it. Yeah. I had shot a wedding. My first paid gig was I shot my cousin's wedding, and came out really well, especially for a first job.
Yeah.
And then my guy seen me shoot a music video. Boom. We shot that, and then it kind of snowballed into I'm shooting music videos.
Yeah.
So, but initially, short films was
that was the idea initially.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I will say this: I haven't really got to that. Just because I would
love to see a Dame Lee film or short. Oh man,
it's time consuming.
Yeah,
it's time consuming, and then also, for those who have approached me and say, hey, like I want to do something like that, or they want to do a long form music video where there's like a short film before it.
Oh, okay,
so maybe like the video ends up being 9-10 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 6 minutes are like a short leading into the video.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bet that sounds great.
Yeah.
What's your budget? Because that's gonna cost. I want to though, but it's just gotta make sense numbers wise. Because for me to edit that, it's gonna be a process, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute.
And editing a short is totally different than editing a music video.
Yeah.
It's a lot more detailed. It's a lot more intricate.
Yeah.
You have to deal with a lot more variables because you're dealing with audio and sound.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with you know, certain 180-degree rules where like you shoot somebody from one side and then you shoot the other person from the other side, and it doesn't make sense to people visually. Like when you're shooting cinema and like short films and stuff, you do have to be a little bit more in the box and strategic, because people will view it and it won't register right to them. Like the eye's not used to seeing certain things. Now with music videos and fashion editorials and stuff like that, I think it's a little bit more wide open to what you can get away with. But when you're shooting a short, like you literally have to, it has to make sense.
This shot has to be this shot.
Yeah, and people call you out on it too. You can't shoot where a guy walks in the door and then the next shot he's walking in the door again.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah.
It's got to make sense. It's got to be synced right. The audio has to be right. The guy has to be walking to the door. Yeah. And the next shot he walks through the door. But stuff like that is small details.
Yeah. That has to be right.
And that's the difference between, you know, Martin Scorsese film and, you know, a Master P film. You know, it's the little details, like, you know, you can't fuck up on little stuff like that, or it starts looking like a Tubi. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We just do it together.
Yeah, you gotta have the shit right.
Yeah.
So short films is just more. There's a lot more that goes into them.
Yeah,
it's
you
detailed.
have time set aside.
Yeah, and then you gotta have a team because it's harder to shoot that by yourself.
Sound
whereas
person, light person,
exactly, you got sound and lighting, and then you got, you know, everything else that goes into it, right? And then you got people got to get their lines right. And then, but the model I told you about, that's an actress, Lex. I did shoot like a quick short for her that she was using to send out to a couple agencies or whatever.
Nice.
And it was literally like, I would say the entire thing itself was like maybe a minute and a half.
Wow.
And it was tricky. Yeah, it was not tricky to the point where like it wasn't doable. Yeah. But like you had to stop and think. And you had to be like, okay, last shot was this, and that. I'm getting her. I got her from this side. So if she's talking to her, then I have to get that from that side. Like, right. So you have to make sense of like the logistics of the actual shoot for the viewer. Because if you do it wrong, the viewer will look at it and it really won't register. Like,
oh, she was talking to
somebody. It won't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It won't make sense. Yeah. You know, and then I even like, there was a shot during that when we were shooting where I realized you could see my leg in the mirror.
Oh shit.
So it's just like the small stuff like that. And then I had to make sure audio was right, and then they had to get their lines right. So they had to, you know, we had to do 3, maybe another take or this or that, or I liked it better this way. It's just a lot more that goes into it.
And details.
Yeah, I think if I did do that, I would probably start with like really, I wouldn't even call them films, but they would be really like short story. Yeah. A minute. Yeah. 2 minutes. Build up. Yeah. Build up. Yeah.
I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
Right. What is Dangery's sneaker
And we can
collection?
roll, bro. We ain't gotta shut it down.
Sure?
We can roll for a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit more? Okay, we got look at that. Man, give us a little bit more time. That should be appreciative. What is Dangery's sneaker collection worth today?
Who told you about that?
We got it right where we want them.
Who told you about the sneakers, man?
We do our research on Cloth Talk Podcast.
What is it worth?
What do you, if you had to ballpark it, your sneaker collection? Cause you man, if y'all watching on YouTube, y'all can just look at that. Give us a ballpark. You've been collecting.
What? Okay, so the question is, what is it actually worth, or what would I sell it for?
Ooh. What would you sell it for? Then we'll get into the actual worth dollar amount.
All my sneakers.
Yeah,
what would I sell them for?
Yeah, somebody say, "Yo, I want them all. Pack them up. They got the cash in the briefcase."
Probably like
they ready.
I'd probably let it go for like 10,000, 12,000.
All of them. They can have them.
Yeah.
10 to 12.
10 to 12. It ain't nothing crazy, but it's some.
You got some shit.
It's definitely some heat in there.
Yeah. Now we took it to an actual to get appraised.
If it got appraised, honestly, I'm not even. I've never really thought about that and like added it up.
Like, what is it worth?
What it would be worth? Yeah. I would guess it's probably in that range though.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
Yeah, it's probably in that range. Yeah. And to be honest with you, like some of my shoes, like I keep my shit clean.
You don't fuck them up.
I got
pristine condition.
I got super clean wearable shoes from like 2009, 2010.
Damn, from 09?
Yeah. So like I'll rotate my shit.
Oh, you don't wear them till they fucking ball up and shit.
Yeah. I'll have shoes. I'll have shoes for a year and haven't worn them yet, and they just.
You just buy them.
One day I bust them out.
So if we was to go to Dame Lee's house and open your closet, what's the first thing we seeing?
As far as shoes, I don't know, a whole bunch of shoes. I got a lot of
Jordan boxes, Nike boxes, Adidas boxes.
Yeah, I'm obviously like
boxes.
my generation Jordans. You gonna see plenty of them.
You got them all? Do you have all the collection of Jordans, or do you?
No, I don't have them all.
Okay. So we see a lot of Jordans.
Yeah, you see a lot of Jordans.
Okay. Custom shit, some NBA
some
shoes.
Nikes. I got a few customs.
Got the LeBrons.
I'm not a big LeBron fan. I got a few of them though. Yeah. I like Adidas too.
Got some Adidas.
Outside. Few Tims.
Yeah.
Gotta have some.
Gotta add
for the winning. And when it makes sense.
That's right. Probably wore once or twice.
Yeah. I tell you what though, I'm not big on like. I'm not real big on hype sneakers. So like people like something would just drop or whatever, and everybody be like, "I got them." I don't give a fuck.
You don't care about the hot new trendy shit that just dropped?
Nah, I don't care. I just be liking shit that I want, that I like. You know what I'm saying?
So when the foams dropped, you wasn't.
Nah.
Everybody was going crazy over the foams.
Nah. I'll circle back around, catch them when I get to them, if I want them. But it ain't really like I don't be crazy about the hype shit. Nah, I don't be crazy about the hype shit. I just
get what you like.
Get what I like. So I got the one thing about my collection I would say it's like a good variety.
Got some
different shit. I like having shit that you don't see everybody rocking. You know I got some of the classic stuff too, of course, but I like having shit that's like just a variety of like, you'll feel how I want to feel that day. All right, today feel like these. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, hey, if a sneakerhead, if you listen out there, you got 10 to 12K. Hey man, you make it get his collection.
See, man.
People gonna be like, yeah, I want that collection, baby. Where I gotta pull up to Columbus, I'm there. I got the check.
The price tomorrow is gonna be more.
So what y'all hearing today? They're gonna DM me like I got 10K. Like, yo, actually it's 15.
It's 15. I will say this: my favorite number, Jordans, is sixes.
The sixes.
Always been
okay.
Them always been my shit. I like
sixes.
Yeah, I got probably like 4 or 5 pair of them. So,
wow. Yeah. You'll probably let a couple of those go.
Probably not. I hold on to my sixes.
You know those sixes. Can't let them go.
A few of them, but sixes is my personal. A lot of people kind of tend to go towards like patent leather 11s or 12s.
Yeah.
4s. Okay. 3s.
3s, of course.
1s are classic.
Of course. Yeah.
I like sixes. Sixes
Those your ones.
Fixes is the one that's like close to me. I like that.
The sixes.
Yeah.
All right. Got a couple of this or that's for you, Dame, as we wrap up here. Thanks for spending your time a little bit for us.
Yeah, you know.
We appreciate that. All right. So I jotted these down upon your arrival. Which, by the way, let me tell you all this. Like, there's been construction going on around the property where I'm at, and I had no idea Dame was knocking on the door. He sent me a message. He's like, "Yo, you at your crib? I'm knocking on the door."
I was just about to sit in the truck and smoke.
He's like, "I'm patient. He'll see this."
I was just gonna go in the truck, roll up, see what happens.
I was like, "Oh shit, my man out there knocking on the damn door."
Oh, good.
Okay, all right. This or that. So, I think we did play this last time we was on here. I give you two options. Mm-hmm. You gotta pick one or the other, and you gotta explain to us why you chose the one over the other scenario. Follow?
Yeah, my OCD was killing me.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even know that fell.
It dropped a while ago.
Oh, for real?
It's been in the back of my mind for like 30 minutes.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit, I didn't even know it fell.
I got what I call geometrical OCD. So stuff got to be like
in a certain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if something's out of place, you like.
I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So if this was kind of like you like.
Well, if it's angled purposely, cool.
Yeah.
But if it's not. If it's not the way it's supposed to be,
you gotta move it. Can't help but to fix it.
Yeah, straighten it out.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets a little hectic in the studio too.
Oh, I can imagine.
Model would be looking at me,
right?
move a podium for 15 minutes.
Just gotta get it right.
Get it exactly right. Yeah.
Craziness. Damn, that just made me think of a question that I'll come back to.
So I gotta answer this or that, and then explain why.
Yep. So I'm gonna give you two scenarios. You gotta pick one over the other. You gotta explain why you chose the one that you did over the other one.
All right,
yep. This or that with Dame Lee, everybody, aka Art.Life.Six. Here we go. First one for you. You gotta take this as real life, Dame. This is important. Jet Magazine contacts you. Mm-hmm. Front offices, corporate, contact you directly. They came across your work, seen the photos, seen the models that you shot, and they're impressed. They are relaunching.
Okay.
And they need to hit the ground running strong. They need new people.
Yeah, I was gonna have some questions because I'm like, Jet is still.
Yeah. Well, okay. they moved to online now, no longer print.
But they relaunching print.
Here we go.
Okay.
So they're relaunching print, and they need fresh faces in position to come with a strong launch, and they need a strong team.
Okay.
They come to you. They offer you director of photography position, meaning you are head control of the photography department for Jet Magazine.
Got you.
They are based in Chicago. You need to move to Chicago. They will pay for your moving expenses. They will pay for your housing. Your base salary is $250K a year. Starting. You also are in charge of hiring your photography team to go out and shoot other editorials for you. So you get to pick and hand choose your photography team.
All right.
3 people. They give you budget to hire 3 photographers. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
And that's not coming out of your pocket. You still get your $250K base. They'll pay for that. But they say, hey, here's the budget for your photography team. This is what you work with. You hire your 3 team.
Okay.
That's the first one.
All right.
Jet Magazine, head of photography, and you get to hire your own team.
Got you.
They're handling all the shoots for every page we flipping. You and your team. Every page that's flipped, you and your guys.
Got you.
$250K salary.
Got you.
Budget for a team of 3. Jet Magazine. Now, other one. Videography work. a gentleman by the name of David Blaine.
All right.
No, I'm gonna take his name out of here. Chip Willis.
Okay.
He has an OnlyFans agency. Okay. He has 6 girls. They need to have the content filmed. Mm-hmm. You're not doing anything with the ladies. Mm-hmm. You're not getting involved. You're just strictly there.
I'm just shooting it.
You're just shooting the content for the 6 girls. Each girl has 1.5 million followers. Subscriptions to their OnlyFans account. So that's 6.
Gotcha.
Times 1.5 million each girl.
Gotcha.
You get a percentage of their subscription because you're shooting all their content. So you're not getting a flat fee as you would with Jet Magazine.
Right, understood.
But you get to shoot this adult content for this OnlyFans agency. You getting a percentage of their subscription based from the 6 girls who each have 1.5 million subscriptions each OnlyFans girl content that you shoot. Are we taking the videography job with the OnlyFans agency, or are we taking the head photography position at Jet Magazine? Dame Lee, talk to us. We got him against the ropes.
Not really. This is
easy.
This is easy. Jet Magazine by far.
Oh shit! Clear. Easy.
You could subtract 100,000, it'd still be the same.
Really? You'll take 150K.
Yeah.
Woo! You can't shoot the content for the OnlyFans models?
Sounds annoying to me. I'm just being real.
You don't want to deal with the 6 girls?
It sounds like it would be a fucking headache.
Deal with all of them.
Not only that,
1.5 million subscriptions each.
But here's the thing, though.
Ooh.
I'd rather know my number than my number be potentially higher or lower. I'd rather just know my number.
You want to know what's coming in.
Yeah.
That's important.
And I think I do think I would enjoy the work much more.
At Jet.
Yeah. I'm not 12 years old.
Gang bang.
That's what I'm saying. It's like watching it don't do nothing for me no more. Like I'm an adult now. Like, if I ain't fucking, why am I in there? I don't want to be around. 100%. That one was the easy one. Jet Magazine all day. Yeah, I might. You could offer me the OnlyFans one without the Jet Magazine. I might turn it down. I'm good.
Even if it's only one.
It's fucking headache. Sounds like a whole bunch of extra activity going on.
That's right.
Probably deal with some cocaine rolling around, all kind of shit. Like, I'm good.
You don't want to be in that environment.
Yeah, it's not something that sounds like it would be very appealing to me.
And you don't know what your guaranteed money is.
Yeah. Definitely the Jet Magazine sounds more appealing.
Yeah. Would you have an idea how you attack that position as soon as you offer and sign on the dotted line? What would your first thing you would do first day at the office? What is Damesley mind on? Like, okay, I need to get this.
Well,
right.
This is what I tell you.
Yes.
This is the same thing. I learned this specifically from Tarantino. An interview. A director's job is not to actually direct the movie. Just like a head coach's job is not to actually call all the plays. Right. The director's job and the head coach's job is to put the best of the best in position at what they do. So in my case, it's not necessarily about me shooting anything. I'm gonna find the best of the best in each position that I need
Yes.
to make it come together and make it work.
Those 3 slots that you got, you'll
Right.
fill them with the best of the best.
Exactly, those 3 slots, and then whatever team that had to be around that, like I would just make sure that I was, putting together the right team. And like I said, the same the same thing, the metaphor with the movie director, and the head coach. Like there's so many head coaches in the NFL that call zero plays.
OC, offensive
But you know what?
coordinator.
But you know what? They are orchestrating everything.
Yeah.
They went and got the offensive coordinator, the defense coordinator.
That's right.
They went and got the special teams coach that they had working with them 10 years ago because they knew he was excellent.
Yep.
They're working with the GM to make sure they get the talent drafted that's going to work in their system.
Yes.
So it's like they're orchestrating it all. And I think in that position that I would be in, that would be the first thing I started to do, would be to look at who makes sense together and who, could help me bring it all together.
Nice.
So yeah.
Assembling the team, first move.
Assembling the right team would be the first move and probably the most important.
First and most important move. Assembling the team.
Yep.
Woo! I like it. All right, we got another this or that for you. Okay. 18 city tour with nothing but Columbus artists.
It should be fun.
And you, of course, are recording everything. Videography work.
Okay.
Stage sets. Behind the scenes stuff. We're getting, if somebody wants to shoot a video while out on location at one of these 18 cities, we're shooting. So you're in charge. You're getting footage
Of everything.
the whole 18 city tour. Yes, you
Gotcha.
constant recording.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, stage performances, all that stuff, everything. All right, but nothing but van full of Columbus artists. Y'all on the road. Or, I'm sorry, your ticket for that is your pay for that 18 city tour of Columbus artists is $60K.
For the whole tour.
Yes.
Okay.
60K. 60K. All right, 18 cities. Or overseas, a model agency calls you, Germany. They want you to shoot some of their models out there in Germany.
Okay.
Hired work.
Yep.
You're out there 7 days for Germany. They say, listen, we can't pay for your flight and everything out here, but we got $30K for you. 7 days. If you can get yourself out here,
Right.
$30K, 7 days. We want an American style
Gotcha.
influence on our German models. You got 7 days to do that. Or you put on for the team. 18 cities, we load up into the Sprinter vans. I'm gonna make us look good, fellas. Let's fucking go. 60K. What did I say? I'm sorry.
No, you said 60.
60, yeah. 60K.
Let me ask you.
18 cities.
Caveat.
Yeah.
Do I have to edit?
Clarification.
Do I have to edit all this, or I just have to record it?
You just gotta shoot.
Just shoot it.
Shoot raw footage. Now, what could happen is once every tour's done, everybody come back, then your price is your price for what the artist want edited.
So I'm being paid for just shooting it. Period.
Yep. So you're getting 60K for raw footage.
Raw footage
Now,
of the whole document, the whole tour.
Everything. Yep. So you gotta load up your SD cards, battery packs. You gotta bring the whole gambit because you gotta capture a lot of shit.
Got you.
Different lenses, everything.
No, I got you.
Yeah. Or model agency in Germany, 7 days with these models. We can't pay for your travel, but when you get out here, we got 30K.
Right.
What we doing?
So
Another caveat, another clarification.
no.
You got it.
I'm good.
The editing question was important for you.
Well, it's just something I needed to know because
Yeah,
I always got at least one question.
That's right.
I love my Columbus artists. I would probably go to Germany, and this is why. This is nothing against. It's nothing against my Columbus artists.
You ain't gonna put
a
up
lot
for
of
the
good
team.
Listen, man.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, the team would be fine.
Going with Germany, 7 days.
Yes, and
Okay.
this is why.
30K. Wow.
The math for the time difference is just too different. So like an 18 city tour,
yep, 60K.
We gonna be on tour for at least at the very minimum 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yes.
And if it's 18 cities, we traveling from city to city, chances are we're gonna be on tour for like 5 or 6 weeks.
So you're doing how long I'm gonna be in a room?
Yeah, because time is money, and also time is probably your most valuable asset because it's the only thing that you cannot get more of. Yeah. So you tell me 30K for 7 days,
30K 7 days,
or 60K for what's
5 weeks.
Probably 2 months,
2 months here,
a week and a month and a half.
Yep.
I'm gonna knock out the 7 days.
Woo!
Pay my ticket, make a little.
Get yourself out there.
Yeah. And I ain't money hungry. Like I'm gonna make the 30K shuffle and shake the way it's supposed to shake.
Woo!
So I ain't chasing the 60. But like I said, nothing against my Columbus artists. I love my Columbus artists, and I think it's a lot of talent out here. It's just, for me personally, business decision. That's all. That's all that is. Business decision.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Who's gonna shoot the footage of the tour?
Somebody.
It won't be Art.Life.Six.
Yeah, somebody else.
You can recommend somebody.
Yeah, it's other good shooters. Shoot.
But they think Dave Lee. All right.
I will also say another part of that is
yes.
It would be a challenge shooting probably in Germany because that's a whole different culture and environment that I'm not familiar with. So that would be a challenge.
You like challenges?
Well, I do like challenges, but I honestly think it would be more of a challenge dealing with all the personalities on tour.
18 cities.
Yeah. And you did you say a specific number of artists?
No.
You just said Columbus artists. A group of Columbus artists.
We don't know who they are.
Yeah, that would be a challenge.
We're going to get a Sprinter van and load them up.
Without saying too much, I will say this. I've been on the road before. Like on the road.
That's right.
And this is just with a group of people, a small group.
Yeah.
It is a challenge. Because you got everybody, everybody got their different thing. Everybody got their priorities.
That's right.
Some people want to party. Some people want to bullshit. Some people want to work. Some people want to get busy. Some people want to fight. Some people do coke. I didn't even know you did coke. You do coke? I didn't know that. You got all this you got all this other shit that you dealing with, and it's like, damn, like you don't really know what you're signing up for when you go on the road with a group of people. And like I said, I've done it on a small scale. So on a larger scale, I just feel like it would be a challenge getting everybody to mesh and working with everybody. It would be probably a tougher challenge than just going to Germany and shooting.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Germany business decision.
Business decision, strictly.
The
like EPMD.
That's right. Lumix contacts you for a brand ambassador deal.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Here's a caveat. They're not giving you money. They're giving you product to use.
Okay.
So they just want you to pretty much review and highlight their products. We need you to post regularly of you using our products on your social medias. We need show the people you using our shit. You're getting this stuff for free and you get to keep it. You get to keep the lenses, the cameras they send you, everything, lights, whatever they send you, microphones and clips and shit.
That's my pay.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Your pay is you get to keep
everything that they send me to put out. Okay.
Yep, and you have a schedule that they want you to post.
Okay.
A certain amount of times, day, week, whatever.
Gotcha.
So here's the details. You post this amount of times. You make sure you're highlighting our products. Blah, 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 blah. You keep it.
Gotcha.
So brand ambassador deal with Lumix, or shoot a commercial for Lumix where you get paid.
How much am I getting paid? I got questions.
That's
man.
right. 25K.
25K.
Yes. Now
one commercial.
One commercial. Give you details about the commercial. It is a commercial with obviously for Lumix, but there's going to be cars in the video that you're shooting.
Cars.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of like if you like Nissan commercials, Honda commercials. Yeah, and the whole premise is to obviously we want to highlight, hey, look how fantastic our cameras and lenses captures fast objects and whatnot. You get to shoot that.
Okay.
You get to have creative control over that.
Mm-hmm.
$25K. Or brand ambassador, you get free products as they come. Doesn't run out. As long as you keep posting.
Just indefinitely until they. Okay.
Yeah, until they say, hey, we're good. Thank you for your services.
That one's actually a tough one.
We got him! We got him! Finally stumped him. That's tough, ain't it? Woo!
Well,
we love our Lumix brand, don't we?
Nah, I'm a Panasonic guy.
Panasonic. Lumix is good. Got him against the ropes.
Well, I'm not really like. Okay, this is what I say.
Yes.
Gear is amazing. Yeah, love it.
Free.
But I just had this conversation with somebody the other night. I think a lot of times creators and artists get a little caught up in equipment and not really just maximizing what you have backwards and forwards and knowing how to use that to like its maximum potential. So new gear and equipment's always amazing, and at the end of the day, it's tools.
Yeah.
So those are tools that can help your work. They're not gonna make you better, but they can. They're tools that can add some value to your work. We'll just say it like that.
Yes, very much so.
And then you know, if you anything that you do, you get some new shit. You love it. You love getting some new, you know.
Right, something new. It's just like, yo.
If you're a sneakerhead, you get a fresh new pair of sneakers, or if you shoot, you get a brand new lens, and you open the wrapper and you smell all new and shit.
It's euphoria.
Yeah, it's like something about, you know,
opening.
It's just
that
something
box.
about opening and getting new product and seeing what you can do and how you can use it and stuff like that. That's a feeling in its own. So all that being said, I'll go shoot the commercial. And this is why I would say.
Yeah, why you going with the commercial? Turn it down, a brand ambassador deal.
Actually, that's tough, man. I don't even know.
You on the fence?
I'm on the fence. I am. Because this is the thing. The commercial, both of them have the potential to lead into bigger things.
Exactly.
Both of them, very much so.
Yep.
And getting the gear is great because you get the gear, you like it, you love it, you think it's a useful tool for you, you keep it. You don't like it, you sell it.
There you go.
Right, you just, you know, so that's a way to kind of get some money coming in. But not only that, you become a brand ambassador for a worldwide company like that, you putting yourself in the position to make a lot more moves. Won't even say more money, even though you are putting yourself in the position to make more money. Right. But so many more moves too.
Yes.
But the same thing, when you go shoot a commercial, and you dealing with these people face to face on a set, you do your job well.
Man,
they're gonna
doors are opening.
The doors are open, and they're gonna they more than likely, if you do your job well, are gonna say, hey, you want to do another one, or hey, we got this over here, or you might meet somebody that's a little bit in a different realm, but they like, I like your work. Come over here and do this.
Woo.
So I don't think you could really lose.
It just depends on which one you want.
Right. I think I probably would just take the commercial just because I think it would be an experience to be on big set. Big
professional set like that, crew and all that.
Yeah. I think that would be an experience in itself. So and then I'm basically lead director of the whole thing.
Control.
Yeah,
you
so
got the whole staff is there at you. Tell us what to do, Dave.
Right. Somebody give me water. Bring my shit. Where's my chair at?
Got a director.
No, I'll probably take the gig just because I think it would be both of them good opportunities. I don't think you can really lose there.
So you just take the gig.
Because the brand ambassador, you about to put your face in front of millions of people. Ooh. So you can easily transition into almost whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And being, attention is currency now.
Exactly.
And it's almost like you ain't even working for that attention. It's just like that is giving attention because a company that big is immediately going to have millions of people that are looking at you.
Right.
Tell us what it is so we can buy it.
You'll be like the Jakes of State Farm for Linux.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to lose.
But you go on the commercial.
I'm gonna shoot the commercial just for the experience.
Yeah.
25K would be cool in the pocket. I think I could flip that anyway.
That's right.
And then, you make some connections to where I'm sure your foot is in the door. You shooting something like that. So
yeah. I like it. Last one, we want to wrap this up. Get you out of here so you get your workout on.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Final one, and we done. Give up all of it, everything you do. The videography work, cinematography, photography, shooting the models, the music, everything. Give it all up. All the creative shit. To end world hunger.
Man.
Or, that's the first one. Or, keep all of it to have the woman of your dreams in a fruitful relationship to the end of time. She'll never leave your side.
Man, I'm ending world hunger.
Fucking relationship. She'll never leave your side, Dave. This is your woman. Yes.
Well, here's how I'll explain that decision.
See, now you done lost all your female supporters.
No, I didn't. Because when I
fuck him then.
No, when I explain
I want him anyway.
When I explain it, they'll completely understand. And this is how I explain that. I have the potential and the chance there to do that anyway. I have no potential chance to end world hunger other than
giving all
this,
of it up.
Right.
So you give it all up to end world hunger. You can't do nothing else ever again, Dave.
What do you mean? What is all of it though?
Everything you're doing right now. The editing, the shooting, all of it. It's done.
Listen.
You can't pick up a camera. You can't click on the software. You can't fuck with a lens or design a set. You can't call models. You can't. It's done, damn. It's over. This is
the thing, and this ties into the Art.Life.Six. I've had so many different lives, bro.
You're gonna make this make sense.
I've had so many different lives, and it's called Art.Life.Six because I feel like this is my sixth chapter in my life that's been dedicated towards art. But I know
it's the whole part of you.
This is the thing though. I know how to shuffle and I know how to create motion. So I would just pivot.
Really?
Yeah, because I can do other things well.
Not in the creative sphere.
Outside of creating, yeah. I would just pivot. I'll just pivot.
You'll figure it out.
I would figure it out and pivot into something that actually, number one, that I enjoyed and that was that gave me some life. I could easily pivot into something else.
Wow.
And here's the thing you're not thinking about. Here's the thing you're not thinking about though. This is the thing that's gonna bring it all together. Is this? Do you know how much of the man I am for ending world hunger? I can almost do whatever the fuck I want. You see what I'm saying?
You become the man that ends world's hunger. You're God.
I'm not gonna quite say I'm God, but I can shake and move how I want now.
Powerful man you become.
Yeah, I could just pivot. Everybody know my name. Right. I could just pivot into something else that I love doing. Would I miss doing this? Sure, I love doing it. But I haven't done this all my life. And before I was doing this, I was doing something else, and I was good at that.
Yes.
So like I could pivot into something else and still be happy. And it, you know, I love doing this, but this is not. I wouldn't say it's who I am. It's definitely a big part of me, and it's been a big part of my life for like the past, I would say, 10 years at least.
Exactly. It's a nice chunk.
But again, like I said, I've lived multiple lives. I know how to pivot.
Ooh, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can create motion in different spaces. So, and not only that, like I end your world hungry. What more do y'all want from me?
Ladies can't hate you for that.
Nobody can hate me for that.
Would you like to take this time to apologize to your ex? Since we're on the topic of ladies, you wronged her. You know it, Dave.
Nah,
you did.
Don't do that.
Oh no, I'm just talking.
That, you know,
I have no idea. I'm just
I got
shit.
mad love for her. I always will. So.
No bad blood.
No, nah.
Very nice.
I love
That's good.
I wish her the best.
Did it have to end, Dave? It didn't have to end. It could have been mended and fixed. It wasn't that bad. Again, I don't know shit. I'm just speaking wishfully.
Yeah, what I already said is as much as I'm gonna say.
You wish her the best.
Wish her the best.
And it wasn't your fault.
Got mad love for her. Want to see her do well. So.
She's gonna see this. You know this day.
Maybe not.
He ain't telling the truth.
I don't know.
Tell him what happened, Dave. Oh, I love when women get loud and angry.
Nah.
It's all love.
All love for her, man.
Very
Yeah, I ain't got no bad blood or nothing like that. I want the best for everybody actually, but for sure. Her. Yeah.
For the ladies that's watching now, they know you free man or the DM's open.
Ladies
want to slide
it. Always open. But enter at your own risk.
Enter at your own risk.
I mean, that's how it is, in every space,
Yeah.
Slide in the DM at your own risk.
I love it. Hey, and finally, Dave, I know we asked this on the first pod, but I end every pod with this question. What is the biggest misconception about Dame Lee?
Misconception about me?
Yes, the biggest misconception about you.
That might be the only question I don't really got an answer for. I don't know.
Wow.
What
do people assume about you that they get wrong, or people probably think that you're this way, or we thought he would be this, and then they get to know you like, oh, he's not like that at all.
I've gotten from I don't know, because I'm not on that side of it, so I
Oh,
don't really
yeah.
know. But I will
think
say
about you.
yeah. I don't know. But I will say I've had multiple people tell me before that they was intimidated by me before they met me, but then they met me and they was like, oh, cool.
Misconception be that you're intimidating.
Yeah, I guess that would be the misconception.
Type of vibe you giving off, brother. God damn.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have intimidating energy. Right. I feel like I do probably have. I can have a presence or a strong presence when I'm in a space or something like that. But then I also can have a presence where I'm in the room and you don't even know I'm in the room because I'm just being low. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would say maybe that, but misconceptions. I'm really like I don't really know because I don't hear.
People don't tell you.
There's not a lot of people don't really. I don't. If people talking behind my back, I don't hear it. I don't know. So I don't really. I don't know what the people. I don't know.
You know what they're saying about you.
I don't know what they're saying about me. But I will say this. I do. Every person. I very rarely have bad business relationships. And anybody that I come across and we work together, even if it doesn't necessarily mesh or if it doesn't necessarily lead to us working together a second time. I do a good job at being able to maintain healthy relationships and being cool with people and being like still, we may not vibe as far as what we was trying to do creatively, but like I see you and I still respect you.
Yeah.
And you still respect me. And there's no reason to cross that line with me. So I've had very, 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 very few enemies in life. Wow. Honestly.
That's good, man.
I'm usually I'm pretty good with my relationships.
That's good.
There are probably some people out there that's kind of like, man, he be getting on my nerves. Like, I know it's probably some models that be like, he said 3 weeks and he's taking like 6 weeks. And it's like, now he maintains relationships and he's taking like fucking annoying. Like, it's probably somebody that's annoyed with me here or something like that. Yeah, but for the most part, like I'm able to manage and keep good relationships with everybody that I come in contact with, and I don't have any beefs or feuds, or I'm able to kind of keep things like level.
Smooth over, yeah. That's nice, man. Look at that. Hey, everybody. Anything that the people should know, anything that we should look out for that's dropping, that's coming through the pipeline, whether music-related model shoots, anything that you want to announce to the people?
Not really, just continued work. Yeah. You'll see a lot of new stuff I'm working on. I do have some stuff that I can't actually speak too much on right now, but I'm sure the people will see it when it gets to that point, and when I'm able to put it out. But other than that, just continue work and trying to be open and stay creative and stay active and stay busy and stay on the art scene and keep actually. One thing that I do enjoy about what I do is that there's other artists that have ideas and visions and concepts and things that they want to see and do, and I'm able to help them bring that to life in one way, shape, or form. So just continue collaborations and just pushing out and being as active as I possibly can while I'm working on some top secret stuff.
Things you can't disclose yet.
Things I can't disclose.
Oh, man, I can't wait till this stuff come out, man, because I'm curious now. I'm like, what the hell is it? All right, man. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Dame Lee. Y'all probably know the brand as Art.Life.Six. Well respected. Name ain't got a blemish in this city, man. He's maintains a relationship with the people that he's come in contact with and work with. And that's hard to do because people, they can run your name through the fucking mud. It is easy to do, so that speaks volumes about his character, man. We're gonna wrap this one up. This has been another episode of Claw Talk Podcast. Appreciate you, Dane, for coming through and giving us a little bit more time than we set forward. So
absolutely,
definitely gracious for that. And I just want to tell you this: I'm glad that you're exposing yourself more. You're getting out there more in the public sector, doing more sit downs, more interviews, and being a little bit more visible.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go crazy with it.
Couple of more months ago.
Yeah, I just I feel like
you give a little doses here and there.
Yeah, I feel like it's okay to pop out twice a year instead of once.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, better than nothing. Hey, y'all better enjoy this one. And go back and listen to the very first one we did. I think that was like 2 years ago. So you may have to go in the archives. But it's a good one, man. You'll really get the backstory of how he became who he is and, amongst other things. So like, subscribe, comment. We out of here. Gonna see you another episode. This man gonna go get his workout in. We out of here. Peace.